In KwaZulu-Natal, police are warning that people who are traveling with their children or residents need to be extra vigilant because of concerns around kidnapping during the festive period. We know beaches in KZN, for instance, are usually some of the most popular places. Thousands of people flock there between Christmas and New Year's. Police say that child kidnapping syndicates may be operating in public spaces. The spokesperson for the police in KZN is Robert Nechunda, who's joining us now for more on this. A very good evening to you, sir. Grateful for your time. So many people were alarmed to read of your warning today. What has brought that on?
Thank you for having us. We have seen over the years that during the festive season we tend to have an increase in cases of children going missing, and we took it upon ourselves that we need to be proactive and communicate the message to parents and guardians to take extra care of their children during these times.
And in terms of the children who are targeted, do you find that these are children who are visiting the province, who may be at the beach, or are children even snatched from their own homes?
The trend that has been going on for quite some time is children at the beaches and at our malls, even at the festivities, your parties and musical events. Mostly where there are many people, that's where there's supposed syndicate operating, and we have seen that parents even themselves tend to relax during these times and neglect their children. Hence our message.
You referred to a syndicate more than once in this conversation. How much evidence is there that this is the work of syndicates rather than opportunistic crime, so to speak?
It could be opportunistic crimes, but as the police would look at trends and the methods of children going missing, and as we look at the numbers and modus operandi, we tend to believe that there could be an organized crime at play. And if that's the case, then there should be a syndicate operating. We don't need to cause alarm by confirming that there is a syndicate. But should there be one, our message is that parents and guardians should be aware that during these times, children do go missing, and we will not want that to be happening to any parent this festive season.
What should parents, be doing actively to avoid their children becoming victims?
If they are to work with their children in the malls at large gatherings, they should at least be aware of the whereabouts of their children at all times. It's advisable to hold their children with their hands to be sure that they are with them, they are working with them. And at the beaches, they should make it sure that children are swimming at the designated areas and they are watching them at all times. And parents and guardians themselves we found it last year that some of the kids which we found were left by their parents who took too much of alcohol and forgot the whereabouts of their children, and when they got sober, they had lost them. Those were found luckily, but others we haven't found them as yet. So we would not want any parent or guardian to experience that difficult time of losing a child.
And do you,
or a child rather.
Right. And do you find the majority of children who are abducted during this time of year in KZN?
We do find them. Those who are lost and found are the lucky ones. And apart from them being snatched by whoever is committing the crime, children who are swimming unsupervised, they tend to drown either at the beach or at the pools around the beaches. And that is due to parents or guardian negligence. And our concern is that as much as we have our police members in and around the beaches, we do have static police officers and those who are patrolling. we do find some of them, but in a case where a child is not found, one child lost is one child too many. And our message is clear that parents must take parental responsibility and take care of their children and do not trust any stranger with the lives of their children.
And very quickly, sir, as we conclude, what will the police in KZN be doing to ensure that everyone who's in the province, either as a resident or visitor, is given ultimate protection to the extent to which is possible?
We are out in full force. You will recall that our safer festive season operations are well underway, and we have identified hotspots where over the years we tend to have problems, and we have maximized police visibility and other underground operations so that we can catch criminals off guard. And at the public spaces, there will be visibility, and we encourage tourists, residents, and visitors to make use of our services. If they're not sure of where they are going, they are lost, they talk to a uniformed police officer for assistance.
Thank you very much, Robert Nchunda, spokesperson for police in KwaZulu-Natal.